possible and make sure that we can hit them hard with it right at the beginning, because it's all about that first pistol and it's all about the first gun round. That's what these teams are all about. We just saw that on Cash. NIP don't win the pistol. A couple things don't go their way in the first gun round. They lose that too, and then it just snowballs from there, gets out of control. And Envy, once they have that advantage, it's so hard to get it away from them. CT side, T side, that's what we saw right there on display. So if we see that again on Dust 2, NIP, if they win the pistol, they start CT, they win the pistol, it could just go straight into that, and then life gets very difficult for Envy. But let's go ahead and see the knife round here to see actually who's going to get the start where. Knife round for every map. I am actually kind of liking this because really it kind of leaves it up in the air as to who's going to be able to get to start on which side, but this is actually looking fairly good here all of a sudden for NIP.
And I think one thing we haven't touched on is we look at the knife round, we say it's about choosing sides, but each team's got a preference to where they actually want to start, and that plays a part of the mental game inside all of it as well, because they'll be like, actually, we really want T this time, just because it's their preference.
I think there was I think that's a little bit of interference there from Gfinity, clearly clouding NBK's vision. He just couldn't get that. He didn't see how close Forrest was. I mean, what happened there? Now, of course, I'm joking, guys. He doesn't actually see that in game. So, Dust 2 is going to be the map, and we're going to go through the overview now just to see a bit of what this map has in store for us. So we saw the T spawn, the CT spawn, and this is the mid of the map. This is going to be where a lot of the action is going to be taking place with those ops, with those sniper rifles holding that long line that basically cuts the map in half. That's what a lot of the action is going to be happening around. Both of these teams like to take control of mid. They like to get the oppers in there, but they also like to push. You know, cat pushes, lower dark pushes, just get in the opponent's face and make sure that they are not comfortable.
Well, Envy, I was going to say, when they're playing Dust 2, that mid control is so important for them. And I really worry when you see Shox going off absolutely crazy at middle. If he gets going and he gets a bit of backup from Smith at the top of middle, that will just be demolishing.
Here you have it. NIP, CT start, and already Freiburg getting tagged down to 8 HP. Alu has to fall back, and Smith picks off Forrest mid. There we go. NIP, that focus mid, and Envy, they just beat them up. They're like, no, we're not having any of that. We're going to get the control right from the start yet again and not let up the pressure that we've had at the end of Cash.
And look at this. Getright's going to have to deal with him at long. Nicely done with a P2000 to the head of Smith. But Shoxy comes around, rips him apart. And Freiburg now 8 health. He's got to be so careful. Does away with one. Can he get another? No, he's shot down by Happy. And now it's in a 2 versus 3 in favor of EnVyUs. They're going to be able to get a bomb down comfortably. Happy's playing a little bit of dodging bullets with Alu, but Alu gets the better of him. Now Alu's going to make his way up on short. And it's now going to be between the communication here between both players on NIP.
Trying to peek together here. They're trying to work together, Envy, to eliminate this cat threat. If they can get control of it, this makes life more difficult for Exist. And now you see Exist. He has to deal with these angles, but he hits the jump shot, and he's looking for the second one. Can he get it? He's looking to connect, but it's not going to happen. Kiyoshima will shut him down, and Envy pick up the pistol. The trend continues for NIP. They just cannot seem to win a pistol round.
That was a crazy jump shot, though. Fantastic work there. Nice try from Exist. Went all the way, but EnVyUs, they're just continuing their pressure, doing very well. And look at Smith now with the scout. Going to try and go for the door shot. Doesn't manage to get anyone there. Getright's got his scout in hand as well. A little bit of a battle between both of them, but the smoke's going to eliminate that threat. See Getright jumping, trying to get that information. And look at that from MBK. Comes from lower B. Does the damage onto Freiburg. And now Nip have got the pressure put back on him. Look at the spam coming through from Shox there. Does a nice bit of damage. Getright on 32. Forrest on 10 already. EnVyUs just all over him right now.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. And the timing does not work out there either. Forrest gets caught by Happy. He's been removed in CT. Happy with the perfect flank. Gets 2 kills. He has to watch out, though. Alu could potentially pick up that gun. He's trying to get down here. He's got his scout and the Tech 9 as well. But it looks like a CZ, actually, so never mind that. But pressure right now. This is very tricky. Smith is going to try and close the gap here. There's the Tech 9, and he's going to be looking to get in. Exist and Alu will both fall, and Envy are just going to get, well, another round on the board.
Yeah, 2-0 right now, the start that Envy wanted, 100% here. Nip, they just can't allow them to get that momentum again, can't allow them to run away with like 10 rounds just like we saw on Cash, and that was absolutely devastating for NIP before. NIP just got to get their heads in the game, make sure they can capitalize on this, and it's really going to come down to that first gun round. But quite worrying for EnVyUs if they do manage to lose a weapon here. There's a lot of AKs in play, and that could be huge if Nip could grab one of them.
There's the peek. Shoxy not going to hit that headshot. He's looking for it. They're starting to inch their way closer. He knows that somebody's close now as well. And NIP have to change up their position, and they're going to double up. I really like this play here. Shoxy still thinks that there's a man on site, and this may work out for him. He's not even going to check behind him. That could be a free kill, but it doesn't happen. Forrest does not connect with the shots, and it is going to be a free bomb plant here for Team Envy, only having lost Happy.
Yeah, well, Get Right's managed to pick up the AK, but they're just going to be training a little bit behind right now. Ideal situations if Nip can grab a couple more weapons. Smiths is doing the work, though. He's just staying around just outside on CT mid side, and Freiberg's waiting for him to come round. Oh, and Smiths gets the better of him. Very unlucky there for Freiberg, and now it's all going to be about keeping Get Right with that weapon. Alu's going to be there as a little bit of protection for him while we wait for the few seconds of the bomb to plant.
This is now going to be, I mean, basically a game of Get Right, hold on to the AK.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's not the end of the world if he dies because they're going to be buying in the next round NIP. So it's kind of like this wishy-washy decision. I mean, if he holds on to the AK, he can guarantee somebody a full set of nades. And you can see that here. You know, he has double flash, smoke, and an incendiary. So all the money to get a kid, everything he needs. The other side of that coin is he could just go out and hunt and try and do as much economic damage as possible to Envy. So they went with the save. That works out. And now we're into the first buy round. And this is a big round here for NIP. They have to stop Envy.
And look at that, Get Right taking that AK and putting it to work. Gets the opening kill onto Shoxy, and this is the start they desperately needed. It's going to be up to Alu right now as well to see what he can do working with that AWP. Happy just holding back as Freiberg goes a little bit aggressive here at long, but he's not going to commit to it. And Kiroshima's got quite far on short right now, uncontested. And Get Right is aware of that. Going to be waiting to see what he can do here. Got the flash prone and ready for when he hears it, but look at that from Freiberg. Gets rid of MBK at long A. Currently 3 versus 5 in favor of Nip, and this is exactly what they needed. Look at that from Aloe. Takes away Kiyoshima with the AWP. Completely blinded Smiths right now, and oh, we just saw the head. Will he be able to get the kill? Don't think, yes, he does, goes for the shot, gets Smiths down, and Happy walks out through the smoke, gets taken down by Forest.
And there it is, the save on the AWP as well. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. They want to go up to the double AWP. Here, have one for free, right? Just save so much money in IP. And there is a big play now that they can go for. The double AWP setup, we've seen it work for them in the past on Dust 2. Now we have to see if Envy are going to be able to crack it. And Envy don't even seem to be interested in taking that kind of fight. The sniper fight, they don't have one. They go straight AK nades. So this is all about speed here.
That was a very close shot there on short from Alu. Saw one at top of middle, couldn't quite make it connect though. And EnVyUs, they're going for that complete mid control. Kiroshima's going to get jumped up. If he can work his way through that smoke, he might be able to catch Alu off guard a little bit, but they're all building up. The nade comes out. A little bit of damage done to Shoxy there. Forest, look at this angle, and oh, couldn't quite make the shot there. Does get poked, and a little bit of damage done towards Forest. They're down on 75 health. EnVyUs are going to be making their way up, pushing short. And it's going to be on if Alu can hit these shots right now.
This is it. It is on Alu. In a perfect flash, he lets them pass, tries to go for the flick, but Smith hits the headshot. And this is now going to turn into a retake scenario here for NIP. Just like that. One bullet opens up that entire site because NIP weren't quite sure where Team Envy were going to be coming from. That's the big thing. They didn't have the info. They set up for a 2-1-2, and now they just have to be confident that they'll land the shots when they need to. And Freiberg starts it off strong, takes out NBK, Exist up on A slope, and it's a complete and utter slaughter. Happy is now the last man alive here for Envy, trying to keep them off this bomb. Great HE, does massive damage, but there's everybody there to stop him from actually winning this round.
Very nice round from Nip. Good retake. Freiberg opening it up straight away as he came up long A, domed off one of their heads, and, well, bomb wasn't too hard for them to defuse and get done, but it was a very key nade that came out from short there. Could have been very difficult for the NIP to deal with had they been on lower health.
Yeah, that's exactly it. If a couple more bullets come in there, that HE, instead of dropping them low, it could kill 2 guys, right? You know, that's kinds of things that can happen. But look at Envy's decision here. Really, they are all about just trying to keep that momentum up because they know that these rounds are close. They managed to kill 3 guys last round, so a lot of money has been spent by NIP. The whole decision behind this is just, well, we're good with Tech 9s. We can afford to get full nades. If we can get in close and just run in as 4, let Happy lurk and see if he can pick something up. But if we can get in there as 4, potentially they can overwhelm somebody quick. And there you go. Get Right in the corner. Forest is going to open up with that AWP. Get Right does not last, however.
Forest does get one with the AWP. Can't get the second. Kiyoshima gets the better of him. Exist does manage to take down NBK though. And Happy, look at that. Does get one. Alu replies. 1v2 right now into a 1v1. Kiyoshima will be in this B bomb site. Capable of getting the bomb down. It's him versus Alu right now. Flash goes over and he's going to go for it. Oh, wow. And he gets the better of Alu. What a risk, and how worthwhile was that for him? Envy are now 4-2, and that was a huge round for them.
That was a big win. That was huge from Kiyoshima. 1v2 clutch scenario, and he actually pulls it off all of that time around. Just a real difficult position to go into. Not expecting Kiyoshima to be up that close. He could have tried to play it a bit more passively, but okay, let's take a look at this mid split. Or this mid play, right? A split of attention, we'll put it that way, because the man goes jumping past, trying to bait the off shot. Gatright pushes into lower halls, and after some of the sloppiest spray from both players, he actually gets the kill.
Yeah, no damage done to Gfight either. They were both kind of caught unaware of that actually happening. Unsure, oh, nicely done, gets MBK as well. And this is if you allow Gfight some room, he's going to work it, and he's going to come off with 2 kills, massive like that. A double AWP again, well, now a double AWP for EnVyUs even. And it's going to be pretty difficult for them to come up against what NIP have to offer right now.
A double AWP on T side, I mean, this is wild. We've started seeing this more and more recently. So, I mean, teams are now starting to build around this, you know, having 2 capable AWPers. Hell, some teams have like 4 capable AWPers, you know? So, I mean, this is now becoming a go-to, and Team Envy, they're trying to make it work, but they've been picked by 2. I mean, now it's kind of a decision, you know, can they actually make this work? This could be ideal, actually. If they go for a B split here, there's only one guy holding on that side. That could be a big deal.
Yeah, look at this. It's the waiting game right now. 3 versus 5 members on NIP right now. EnVyUs have got to get a couple of kills here with the AWPs. This could quickly change around if they can keep the distance. Got to be so careful looking into CT spawn. Oh, couldn't quite get the kill there. Will they be able to? Oh, he finishes him off. Nicely done by Smithstead. Just through the smoke onto Alu. Gfight, though, was able to pick off one member and Exist finishes it up with Gfight there. 2 smooth kills in the B bomb site. 4 for free. And NIP, they're looking to put a couple rounds back right now.
Yeah, and now I'm looking towards Envy, and they are not going to commit. They are not going to commit. Happy is only going to pick up the flash. It looks like this might be a hard eco scenario here. Smith will be able to buy up in the next round, but he decides to invest 500 in the Tech 9. But I was curious to see if they're going to just keep going, right? Go for that Tech 9 armor again and just try and keep the pressure up. But they realize enough is enough. They only really need to get like 6 rounds on their T side to start feeling comfortable here. So Envy, they are close.
That was a huge nade that came in there. Freiburg's getting one. Alu's picking him up, and look at that. No one down. Whitewash there for NIP.
I think that was almost a perfect hold, like not a point of damage taken either for NIP. So more rounds like that, please, if you're an NIP fan.
That's what they need. And, well, right now, obviously, we're going to see EnVyUs. They got an AK in play. The rest of them, yeah, they're doing the mixed buy again. I'm never a fan of this, but let's see if they can make it work for them. NIP do seem to just be building up their momentum. They're not quite there with it yet, but oh my god, they're rushing into B. Forest does have the AWP pinned, and oh my god, they both go down. Kiyoshima getting on to Exist with the AK. Alu's trying to fire this off, does get one, but they've got to be careful right now because MBK, he's playing that happy position right now. He could be dangerous here, and Gfight seems to have an idea of where he'll be, and look at that. Oh my god, and he picks off Gfight, taking away his head, and this is just going completely in favor of Envy right now.
What was that? What was that? The fact that he gets that headshot is ludicrous. And now he's going to be able to pick up a gun. Now they have a full, I mean, they go for the force buy, and they make it work just perfectly, Envy. Just total turn of speed, and that's the power of the Tech 9 as well, or at least these kinds of pistol plays, right? 2 rifles and some Tech 9s, you just flash your way in, and again, it's just more of the same, the brute force approach that Envy is employing right now. It worked so well for them on Cash, and that's what they're trying to stick to here on Dust 2 as well. Just throw their bodies onto the bomb site and just get the kills. NIP weren't able to handle it that round.
And when we saw them all rush into B like that, they were pretty much lined up. If Forrest had managed to get that, that would have been ridiculous. But they just pulled off so perfectly. Yeah, can only dream.
Yeah, sometimes, man.
Oh, that's the start that Freiburg wanted. But Happy on the quick reply with the AWP. And he's going to fall back to see if anyone's going to be pushing him. But it is going to be quiet just for a little bit right now.
This is going to favor Envy right now, because they have, I mean, basically how this works out in an even situation like this, 4-4, they can group up, and then it will be a man down for NIP as far as holding a site, so they have to cover more ground, more parts of the map with less manpower. It's a very tricky position here for NIP, and the way that they decide to handle this is give up on mid and just consolidate on the bomb sites. 2 on B, 2 on A, and that's what it's going to be here. And do they actually hit the shot? Happy misses that flick. He knows there's a man on the site now. They're looking to just wallbang him down. HG to go, and he's not going to get it.
Alu does go down in the hands of Kiyoshima, though. Get right. Oh, nicely done. He's got the bomb in his grasp. Can he get another one? Yes, he does. But NBK does manage to finish him off. 2 versus 2 right now. NBK spamming through the doors, but can't tag anyone just yet. He's got to be careful right now. He's being pressured. And look at that. Exist does take down NBK. They've got the bomb, and it's all up to Kiyoshima right now with the AWP to take on 2 members of NIP. There goes into lower B. Oh, don't think he meant for it to land like that. He's going to go try pick up the bomb right now, and it's going to be a hard situation for him to deal with.
Well, yeah, especially because now Forrest has worked his way all the way onto the site. He's going to think that this site is clear, potentially. He walks out, hits an insane headshot, and now he gets the ball in plant. 7 seconds left. He's going to get it down, and it's a 1v1. Again, Kiyoshima in a clutch situation. Can he make it work? Exist is now trying to work his way in here. He has an M4A1. He's swapped out for the AWP, and he is just running straight up here. Kiyoshima knows exactly where he is now at this point. Going for the trick nade. Is that going to force Exist out into the open? No, it will not. Exist sits down and gets the kill. NIP, it goes their way this time.
Yeah, Exist ball his A game there. Grabs the defuse as well. Nicely played by him. And that's what Nip need. Nip needs to win the rounds like that to give him that confidence again. Pull back that momentum for him if that's what they need to do to beat EnVyUs right now. And we have a look down their weapons. We've got Happy with an AWP again. Alu as well. And oh, Smith wasn't able to tag anyone very close just then.
That was a close call. They're just going for the aggressive peaks as well, though. Upper halls, we didn't see it. But there, you have Happy with the AWP. That smoke goes down, though, so there isn't too much that he can really hope to do there, apart from eat nade damage, right? So that's a little unfortunate for him.
Kiyoshima working on the spam through the double doors there. So we're going to be a bit of a waiting game for a little while now. It's going to be looking for someone who's going to overextend, and Forrest could possibly do it right now. He's got to be careful, and Happy gets him down. Overextended 100% there. Happy took full advantage of that, and this is where we might see them work the B. Oh, Exist though, he's going to try and eat the damage. Take him down, does manage to get MBK, but Kiyoshima fires back with a nade. Look at that though, Get Right takes down Happy, takes down the AWP, but Smith is still going to be playing it as well.
I think they know. Do they know that there's a man up on Cat right now? They're trying to change things up, Envy, but the rotation comes out. I mean, this is such a read from Get Right, and that is such a shot from Alu. I mean, the fact that he's able to hit that, the first one, is so big, just because if they can get past on Cat, then the shot that he has to land past that just becomes more and more difficult. So the fact that he shuts it down early is big. And now Envy are just stuck. They're going to go towards the site with 2 defenders. This is a very difficult position. They have to hit just like the perfect headshot right here.
Yeah, look at the time. They've got no time to change this around. And oh, Alu just misses that. Huge nade going to come in though. Very nicely done by Alu. And now they'll be able to work on stopping this bomb from being planted. Nice bit of... Oh, and Smiths does manage to pick up the kill onto Alu. Can Freiburg do it though? Very close here. Does take off the head of Kiyoshima. Now he needs to wait for his teammate. They need to assault this together. And look at that. Freiburg brings the pain. Will get the defusal as well. And that's going to be Nip taking the lead on Dust 2, 6-5.
They are in the lead now. This is big for the Ninjas, but Freiburg, you have to admire just the pressure that he's able to keep going there, just stand his ground, waiting for the rotation, not overextending either. They both played it very carefully, but he connects with the first one, and then that leap to spot where the second man is, and just keeps up the pressure with that M4A4. Just having those extra bullets allows them to just put the bursts out and keep Smith nervous, keep the pressure up on Smith. But they see the jump past here, although, and he's probably calling, you know, action A. Sees them all jumping past, and there you go. Very quick play out onto long now. Forrest going to go for a bit of a pop flash. That's going to slow things down here on Envy. Totally blind over there. That grinds everything down to a halt.
Yeah, smart decision from NIP there. Completely fell back. Going to give him time to get in position right now and deal with this rush. Freiburg gets one. Shoxy replies. Nice shot by Forrest onto Shoxy. Kiyoshima finishes him off with the deagle. 3 versus 3 right now. And Get Right, nicely done. Comes just at the right time. Happy wasn't ready for him, but Kiyoshima's got himself in a nice position with that AWP, and this is what could prove difficult for NIP. They're all coming from short right now.
And they're all going to be coming out. I mean, one guy is going to come out through CT here. Get Right, you know, leaping around, trying to get lucky with the M4A1. Smith is looking there if he can actually catch him off guard, but Get Right instead is going to catch Smith. 1v3. Can Kiyoshima hit the shots? And they have a smoke as well. His life just got that much more difficult. So the bomb getting diffused. He has no idea. Great flick, but the bomb, he just doesn't have the time. And because of that smoke, he cannot spot the man who is getting the defuse done.
7-5 now in favor of NIP, and if they start rolling away with this, it's going to prove very difficult for EnVyUs. That was just a round that was almost just played into the hands of NIP just then.
But look at how close it is still. I mean, just no money on NIP's side. And Envy are just relentless with their buys. They just keep going. If they can afford 2 rifles, they're just going to go for it. And again, very quick action out long. They're just trying to pressure as quickly as possible here. Flash around the corner, totally blind. One shot goes in with the Tech 9. Spots out the second man, and he gets team killed. That's not how it's supposed to go, Envy. You cannot be doing that.
No, that's not the ideal situation for them at all. Coming up short now, Smith trying to push, but Forrest gets the better of him. 2 huge kills from Forrest there. It's all up to Kirishima once again. He's going to go for the plant. Guy's gone for the fake there. They're not going to push him just yet, though. 1:10 on the clock. Plenty of time to play with, and Kirishima's playing it very smart.
Look at how, well, I mean, NIP are as well, right? A, they don't take the bait, and B, they check to make sure that he isn't able to rotate off anywhere. They want to make sure that Kirishima is not going to try and pull a fast one on them, head over to the B site. Now the second time around, it's for real. It exists. Does he find this shot? Man, Kirishima, so close. But he needs to set this up well. There you go. Spots out exist just in time before that flash goes off. So now he's going to be looking to hit that headshot, and he does.
Huge.
Great reactions from Kirishima. And Forrest is so very low over on long as well. He just has to hit 2 headshots because it's got to be the double tap here from Forrest. He can do it, but he's not going to be able to do it this time. Kirishima catches him as he rounds the corner, and Envy just come right back into it.
Huge clutch there from Kirishima. Very nice positioning as well, utilizing the smoke that he put on top of the bomb. Forrest didn't really know where to look, and he was just in the perfect position there to end that round. 7-6, and NIP do have the lead, but EnVyUs, they're just not letting them have any chance to get ahead in this game at all.
And now it's NIP who are willing to show that they have some courage here. They're going for the force. They're going to take the fight. Freiberg just trying to spray through that smoke. Comes very close to landing the headshot, but it's not meant to be, and he's going to get caught before he can get back to safety. Smith is now taking point, looking for that headshot on sight. Gets flashed blind, but he's somehow still alive. That took way too long, Get Right.
Yeah, Get Right fluffing that up a little bit with the 5-7. It's all up to Alu and Exist. It's in a 2v2. Alu does have the AWP. Exist with the Mag 7, and, well, are they going to go for it? Yes, they will. They're just going to split up just a little bit here, and Alu's going to go from short. Bomb has been planted by Shoxy. Oh, he's got to try and make this shot. Alu gets dropped down to 17 health. Not ideal from him, and look at this from Exist. Oh my god, should have got that much sooner than that, but Kirishima does go down. It's now a 2 versus 1, and Shoxy, he's going to go and try and push Alu here, and look at that from Alu. Huge AWP shot. He's going to bring back the round in NIP's favor. That's going to make it 8-6 right now going into the final round of this half.
Yeah, I don't know how we're supposed to survive through a best-of-5 banks if it keeps going like this, man. Round after round. It just keeps going back and forth. And this is looking like, you know, Inferno, where it was just this bloody struggle. It wasn't just one-sided, you know, brutality. It was just a straight-up fight in the street. I mean, NIP now, they managed to cobble together a buy. Once again, Envy, they're just counting themselves lucky that they got that bomb plant. That bonus $800 is the reason why they have so many nades to work with this round.
And that's going to play a major factor in how this round turns out for Envy right now. Shoxy's going to make it work. Oh, look at Freiberg. He snuck all the way around. MBK does do away with Get Right. Oh, that's just not going Nip's way. The flashes and smokes were so important there for EnVyUs, and NIP just couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah, it's incredible. Just so fast. How do you react to that? If you're NIP, you're blind and then you're dead before you can see again. It's just so quick. These are the turns of speed that EnVyUs are capable of. It didn't happen. He just got stomped on. Forrest, that's not how it works.
Oh man, Forrest going to be kicking himself about that one. Smith falls down, does die at the hands of Exist, but Kirishima comes in, an 8-7 respectable half for EnVyUs, and just what we expected from these two guys on Dust 2.
I'm just thinking happy, you know, it's been 3 seconds and he has not yet realized I'm not a step. That is just, you know, perfect lurk from Happy. That is also just a perfect round to close it on. Just explosive. I think that's the word. It's just explosive. How quick Envy can go from just 0 to 100 in your face. Straight out long house. They kept doing that all half long, and I think that they have to come after this. You know, they're going to have 7 rounds coming out of that T side. With the way Dust 2 plays now, how you're expected to get further ahead with your CT side, I think they could be pretty pleased with how this has developed.
Yeah, massively so. Ninjas and Pajamas are going to have they need this pistol round, and they're going to have to have a phenomenal half here. And we can see 4 of them taken down on a long right now. Smith's in a great position here. Firing off the USB. Can't quite get him. Shoxy's got one on to Get Right, who was trying to flank through middle, but it's not going to happen. Happy onto Freiburg there, and, well, Smiths can't quite get the kills. He's on 5 health there, spamming away, and he's keeping him at bay. And look at this from Shoxy, dominating with the Tech 9 onto Alu. Exist, trying to fire off with that Glock. It's not going to be enough. And NIP, they just get manhandled.
Yeah, they get mauled right there, and that's a lot of that is due to the push that happened in Upper Dark early. As soon as Envy knew that the push was coming in towards A, bam, straight up, both of them run into Upper Dark. They clear it out, and they make perfectly sure that this isn't there's no shenanigans happening here. This isn't a fake. They are committed to A, and it just becomes this vice that closes in on NIP from all sides. You saw that with Shoxy just taking control of mid, cutting their legs out from under him. There was no route to escape through after that. So NIP just got closed in on, and Envy, they continue now to just carry that momentum through.
And we keep seeing this from Envy. They just keep pushing smart, playing smart. As soon as they've got an instinct that it's not going to be that site, they're all there and ready.
Oh, there we go.
Get Right. Huge headshot from him, but Shoxy onto Freiburg. Happy then onto Exist. And this is when it's going to start to look bad for NIP. They're spamming away, but look at Happy just grabbing the edge of Alu then and taking him down. Only Get Right and Forest remain, and, well, they're going to be falling back, but... with Glock, well, sorry, with a P250 and a FAMAS at this distance against all the members of EnVyUs, I don't fancy their chances.
Especially because they have that command of long. I mean, they do have the FAMAS to work with now for Forest, so they can try to take these fights. But Envy at this point don't even have to peek. Like, they can just sit here and dance on the edge and force the reaction. Get Right nearly does actually take out Shoxy there. That was far too close for comfort. But Forrest is now the last man alive in a 1v4 with 30 seconds left, and he is now boxed. He is done. He is just stuck here. There's nowhere left to go. Because they're going to have 2 guys up on site, 2 guys outside long. He really just has to try and run around here and work some magic, but they are just not going to give him anything to work with. Just dancing on the edge.
Kirishima played that very well. That gets the better of Forest, takes it to 9-8, and NIP could quickly find themselves in a bad position right now.
Well, it's going to be the 19th round, essentially. That 19th round buy is when NIP are going to be looking to shine, because you can already see Alu stockpiling money, getting ready for that AWP buy. So he's going to be looking to gap people through that mid door, right? And the rest of NIP, I mean, it's pretty much a hard eco. Apart from $300 that's been dropped by Get Right for that P250, that's what they have going for them right now. And they do not succeed in actually catching anybody out here. Envy, of course, wants to just confirm. Play it safe. They don't want to get rushed down.
Oh, and look at that. Dink does come on to Smiths, but he gets the better of Get Right there. Oh, Alu runs up with the bomb on his own, up short. No one else really backing him up at this time. And he just is going to look for the pistol swap there. Happy's going to come through, though. Gets taken down by Forest. They still haven't managed to pick up that bomb that Shoxy's just comfortably guarding.
Not sure if that was necessary on Happy's part, but now they have a FAMAS to work with. Shoxy does manage to play the angle just right and get the headshot on Exist, though, so he saves the situation there. And once again, we're into a 2-on-4. Forrest with the P250, and it's going to be Freiburg trying to push up here. He's got that FAMAS, and there you go. That's what can happen. I mean, they will stabilize, but NIP in a round where it should have been a perfect one for Envy, they are only dealing with Glocks and a P250. They shouldn't be giving up kills.
No.
Now, because of Happy and that little push, it cost them 2, and that's more money than they wanted to spend this round right here. And what is that on Shoxy?
Shoxy's going for the disrespectful auto sniper straight away.
I was not expecting this. I was thinking, okay, AWP, right? Because he has been playing AWP on a slope. He hasn't been pleased with that. Has been missing quite a few shots with it. So maybe this is it. You know, he's just like, okay, don't necessarily need to aim. I'm just going to hit mouse 1 a lot and kill a lot of
reliable.
people. There you go. Before he gets, one headshot, it's like Freiburg comes around the corner and takes his face off.
NIP right now, though, working this middle area at the moment, focusing on the A bomb site still, and Exist going to be first man up. Get Right's just checking every corner. They've got to be careful of MBK, though. Molotov has gone down, and MBK just thinks someone's behind that blue box, and oh no, he spots it, but Alu's there to back Get Right up. Nice work by him. Happy hiding behind that smoke, does get taken down, though, and Alu just absolutely opening up this bomb site. Look at Forest, absolutely monstrous, cleaning up the A bomb site completely. Kirishima really is just probably going to sit back and save.
And I also do lottery tickets. Yeah, Joxy, headshot, Forest, bad. I mean, that was everything going right for NIP, but that was also a brute force method right there. It's just walk out. The timing for NBK, unfortunately for NBK, he was pretty much screwed from the get-go because he threw that Molotov, but Get Right was out by the time that Molotov went out, so he saw the trajectory, and so he's like, right, okay, we know where you are, buddy, and they just have to sit and wait. NBK gets antsy, he pushes forward, and he's got 3 guys staring him down. And from there on out, though, it comes down to just fantastic rifle work from Forest. Hitting those headshots, that's what it's all about. Shoxy's in position to do tremendous damage with that Scar 20. The only way to counter that is by hitting that headshot, and Forest delivers. So there you go. Once again, Forest with that AK in hand, just doing good work for NIP.
Now we are going to see a pause here, and that's probably because it's getting a little bit close for comfort. They need to work out exactly what they want to do here. It's going to be a tense time for both teams right now, and, well, EnVyUs, they need to make sure they can push this lead. They've just got 1 round advantage right now, and they really need to just work on getting this back into the game and pulling themselves and continuing what they've started.
Yeah, now what they have to be wondering is how do we shift our game up? You know, what are we going to be changing up on our CT side, Envy? Because these are also, you know, barring Shoxy going for a Scar 20, usually you can expect the AWP there, but having that 3-man hold on long, these sorts of plays are very standard as far as Envy are concerned, right? NIP know that, hey, we kill NBK, high chance that Happy's going to be floating around here if he's not mid. You know, it's like one of these 2 positions that Happy loves to play. Hold the angle on long to support NBK, or hold from CT. You know, so these teams are so familiar with the plays that they love to use, right? That these teams are familiar with. It's going to be a real problem for Envy right now because they have to be thinking, okay, wait, if we're becoming a bit too predictable with how we're holding things, how do we shift it up so that we catch Nip off guard and get control back in this match? Because NIP, if you just keep going this way, if you keep doing things that NIP have clearly figured out, it's not going to go well. NIP will stomp you into the ground.
And, well, you look from NIP at the moment, they're just focusing mainly on the A-bomb side at the moment. Maybe just like have someone float mid the entire time and just send them back. Only have 1 player in B and come back over. Could be the counter for it.
Yeah, well, I'm also wondering about the lack of AWP. You know, it's like that tells you a lot. If Shoxy's going for a Scar 20, when you have the likes of Smiths or Happy, like you have 2 reliable options that you can go for there. And the fact that Shoxy's just like, okay, I'm going to go for the auto sniper instead, it's just, you know, a little wonky there. So want to see if they're going to go back to it, if Smith is going to get that confidence back to go ahead and start taking those op fights, or if they're going to just go for the double AWP. Give it to Happy. If Shoxy isn't feeling it, we've seen them do that already this tournament. You know, Smith and Happy going for the double AWP. Just give it to them. Let them walk off different portions of the map, and then have NIP have to run into that.
It's almost like Envy a little bit worried at taking that gamble, and they don't want to put too much into it because right now the scoreline's so close that quickly you can be looking at your 16-14 and be in the same situation as what we were on the first map.
But what's the biggest thing, on top of becoming predictable, is also just not giving into the pressure, to the fear, right? Because if things start to go wrong on your CT side, you're low on money, and it's all about the money. We have to make that perfectly clear. For a solid defense, you need to have money to buy your rifles, but you need to have money to buy your nades. And if you're feeling like, right now we're really dancing on the line, we're having to kind of scrimp here, maybe not get a helmet, save $350 so I can get a smoke. These sorts of things. These are the decisions you're making on the CT side. That can influence how you're going to approach your play as well, because if it calls for some aggression, for some kind of mid push, something like that could potentially catch Nip off guard. If you're thinking at the back of the mind, oh man, I'm a little bit worried here because we're so broke right now, and do we really risk it? If you play scared, again, NIP is just like playing predictable. If you play scared, they're gonna hunt you down. These guys are sharks. If there's blood in the water, they're gonna get you.
They're gonna overrun you each time as well. Like you say about the fear thing comes into play. It's like they can sense it. They know you're backing off. You know you're not playing that way.
That's the Nip magic.
Yeah. There we go. And then the Nip magic comes into play. And this is when they can start picking up countless rounds over and over again.
Where's Shazam when you need him, man? He's going to just, right
Shazam,
behind him.
Magic, go.
Yeah, okay, I can see that happening. So, man, this is exactly like what is going through NIP as far as they're concerned. They're just like, well, guys, whatever we're doing, it's working. So just keep doing it, right? It's really just going on in Envy right now as to like how do they need to adjust, how do they need to actually change things up to be able to repel NIP. Because we also have to remind you, this is a best of 5 finals. It's not the standard format that we usually get in these tournaments. So this, in a normal, right? In the usual format, this would be like the last map to settle it.
Yeah.
Still best of 5, but it's 1-1 right now. So you really want to have that map advantage.
Yeah, and this is what it's going to come down to. We were talking about the mental game, obviously, so much on Cash, and EnVyUs just brought their A game. On the flip side, if Nip managed to take this, we can see Simon, but look at Freiberg. He did manage to catch one player walking into CT spawn just then. In a good position right now. Shoxy's going to try come up and surprise a couple of them. Oh, look at this. He's been playing it very smart right now. Tries to get the one over. Freiberg can't quite get the kill though. He's hiding behind the wall. Freiberg does take advantage of that. The bomb will be planted in the A bomb site, and NIP are looking in a good position. It's all up to EnVyUs to try and take this retake as best they can.
Exactly, and there's no backing off now. A side is easier to retake than B, but you have to hit the shots as well and get right Alu. They're managing to make it hard. Exist looking for the spray. He's still here, and eventually they will connect. 4 members alive at the end for NIP, but one thing to point out, Envy did try to change things up. They put 3 guys at long early because the last few rounds NIP have been putting aggression out there. They have been pushing, so Envy are like, okay, great, we'll just shut them down here. We'll throw some HEs in their face, you know, some incendiaries, all this sort of stuff. What happens, though, is that NIP go the other way. So they make the gamble. They say, we'll shut them down long. Instead, NIP go right up Cat and get full control from there.
Now look at this from EnVyUs. Sitting on this short area at the moment while the rest of NIP do go to long A. This could be tricky. How are EnVyUs going to deal with this? All of Nip are coming up. Flash and Smokes are going to go over right now. But look at Smiths playing it very ballsy there, but does get taken down by Freiberg. Happy trying to get a few up, but look at Shoxy and MBK. They're coming up huge now. Nicely done by MBK. Nade does come out to finish off Kiyoshima, but 2 versus 3. EnVyUs doing the work right now. Huge from Shoxy. Comes in and does an absolute monstrous round there. NIP didn't know what was happening.
The NIP definitely got caught off guard there because they were probably thinking again, perfect, we come out long, nobody's here. This is excellent, guys. We're going to be able to get onto this site, no problem. And then Shoxy was like, hey, I've got a P250 in here. Let me show you what it can do. 2 headshots, bam, stop. Like that definitely caught NIP off guard, and that's huge for Envy. Talk about like returning some confidence to yourself.
Now we were talking about Smiths picking up the AWP. He's got it in his hand right now. The rest of them have opted for rifles. He's going to be looking at middle through to short. And oh, narrowly misses the shot onto one of the Nip players there. Just jumping over. Alu's now got his AWP primed and ready. Trying to counter Smiths. And then we might see a little bit of an double off action here between both players.
And again, with the group play, it's a very similar play here coming in from NIP. This style, we're seeing it again. Get right lurking, 4 guys gathered up for NIP. It's very similar to what Envy were throwing at them earlier on. Now it seems like Cat is going to be the play here for NIP. They set up the smokes. This is definitely going to cut the site in half, make it a bit more difficult for Envy to hit the shots. Look at that, a perfect wall of smokes. Envy don't see anything right now.
But Happy, he's also being protected by this smokes. Can he use it to his advantage? Spamming through, wasted a full clip. Isn't actually able to get a kill. Shoxy's popped up already as well. They can't see anything through that smoke. Fantastic work by NIP here. And look at Get Right. Catches off MBK, trying to sneak out of long there. And, well, the EnVyUs guys are very stuck right now. But look at Shoxy and Smith. They're going to pull off 2 kills. Oh, Alu does reply onto Happy. Shoxy's managed to get into the bomb site right now. Forrest onto Smiths. It's all taking place right now. And Freiberg does get 1, but Kiyoshima finishes him off. It's going to be 2 versus 1. Alu's on short right now. He's sat on that bomb, but he's just keep coming off. At the time is ticking too fast right now. Going to have to run away and save that bomb. It's going to be another round on the board for NIP, and we're going to be all the way back at even Stevens 11-11.
So there's so much going on here as well because Envy, they went for that 3 on long setup again. Once again, you know, the man and Goose Happy there. That is actually, you know, the perfect position to be able to stop that plan. He's just a little off at this spray. The problem is that the rotation comes in so long from B because they don't have anybody in CT. They don't have anybody close mid to hear them running, to hear NIP running up Cat. So the information, there's a slight delay there in Envy, and then it really does come down to the retake. And when it's the retake like that, it's about hitting the shots. And this time around, NIP, they were the ones who were just hitting them.
See, NIP once again looking onto short. They're having so much success here. They're just going to continue to try and make it work for them. MBK looked to just fall back once the flashes came. Look where Happy is. Fantastic position from him. Does take down Freiberg, but Get Right quickly replies. And Smith's, oh, nearly. He just had another second. Might have caught Forrest. He's finished off by Kiyoshima, though. It's all taking place. Alu gets 1 as well. Shoxy to finish off Get Right. 2 versus 2 right now. And the health advantage definitely in favor of EnVyUs right now. Look at Shoxy. Rips off the head of Exist. Only got to deal with Alu now, who's on 3 HP with the AWP. And he's going to maybe walk right into Kiyoshima.
And I'm not sure if Kiyoshima spotted him there or not. Kiyoshima kind of dancing on the edge, but this is Alu's time to shine, though. Hits that shot, does not, in fact, hit that shot. And now this is a waiting game. 35 seconds left. They know where Alu is at this point. They've dialed in on him. Not sure if they realize that the bomb is in T-spawn, but Alu having to waste valuable time trying to set this up.
Nice play from Shoxy coming all the way around right here.
Oh, that's it, because Shoxy sees the bomb now. I mean, there's no hope here. They're never going to let him get out of this this tunnel. This tunnel has now become his tomb.
Oh, he's going to try and ninja away up to short. He's going to be saving only 10 seconds on the clock. And he should comfortably be able to keep it. He can hear the footsteps. He's just got to make sure he avoids any of the EnVyUs players.
So sneaky. So sneaky, Alu. Wow, he actually makes it out in time.
Very nicely done by Alu, holding on to the AWP, but look at the money for NIP right now. Not an ideal situation at all. EnVyUs looking to try and capitalize on this. If they can get a couple more rounds here, it's really going to put Nip and put the pressure on them massively, and they're going to struggle here. And Alu doesn't take any shots down middle at all right now. We've got to exist with the Galil, and NIP really got to try and push this round out.
Yeah, they're really trying to force it here, but Happy already going to be able to pick off Get Right. That's a big kill. They give them control of Long at this point. They have the man advantage. Everything should be theirs at this point. Alu is going to try and force his way up, but he gets caught in the lake of fire. NBK never going to let him get out this time. And it's down to the remaining 3 members for NIP. They have control of Long, but that's about it. Envy just calmly clicking away. Shoxy, he thinks he's in DM right now. These are not bots. These are some of the best players in the world. Shoxy, show some respect.
He makes it look so easy when he's just tapping down long A right there. And it's all up to Exist and Forest. Oh, MBK can hear it. He's got the bomb, takes down Forest. It's only Exist left. Nice shot with the Galil, but it's a little bit too late when it's still... Whoa!
Oh, okay.
Okay. He might be able to do this and come to play right now, but he's only got 38 points of health. He's done away with 2 of them, and the bomb is well and truly in control of EnVyUs, and they know exactly where he's going to come from.
Exactly right, exactly. They're literally standing on top of the bomb.
Come into our crosshair, you
Please,
will die.
All 3 of us. We are ready, waiting. I don't think that this is the welcome committee that Exist was looking for.
Oh, narrowly avoiding the grenade there. Tries to get onto Happy, but Happy gets the better of him. And 13-11, EnVyUs take a 2-round lead. And this is where they need to really try and capitalize on it, because Nip, they're going to have to go for the eco.
This is where Nip's backs are to the wall. They have to go for the eco, and it's going to be about the 26th round. And I'd be surprised if they even spend anything. They actually go for it, okay. But, well, they have lost like 2 rounds in a row now, so they should be actually getting some reasonable money. But it doesn't get any simpler than this. Double flash, straight full YOLO, onto the B side. Let's go.
Oh, Kiyoshima a little bit late to the party, but he gets 1, gets 2, gets 3. Fantastic work from Kiyoshima, shutting down Nip. Smiths onto Get Right. Kiyoshima comes in, but Smiths is finishing Exist off 14-11. And EnVyUs, they were ready and prepared for that. That was monstrous.
I think Kyo was ready to prepare. He was like, you know, okay, I got this, guys. I mean, that was impressive work right there. That's how you stop it. Keep your control with an M4A1. That's so hard to do. When you have 5 guys running at you, to take the time to line up the shots like that, so tricky. Smith's actually uncharacteristically missing a shot up that mid alley. There's the flash from MBK. Perfect timing. It keeps him alive. He gets the first, but he's not going to get the second. Very quick play out onto Long. Happy pushes into lower dark, and he's able to eliminate the cat flank. There's still 1 man there, but Soxy with the peekaboo kill onto Freiburg, and it is now going to be the 2v4 retake here. NIP just battling to get onto this site.
Yeah, NIP not in a good position right now. Forest and Exist left. They've been spotted. Oh, Exist goes down. It's all up to Forest. He takes down Shoxy, but he's on low health. 2 health remaining, and Smiths finishes him off. 15-11, and EnVyUs are looking to close this out in style.
There you have it. Just now is the act of desperation, because they can go for Tech 9 armor pretty much. That's what they can go for. I mean, I thought that Forest might go for the Galil. There it is. Okay, he will go for the Galil, and he does decide to go for a helmet. Not going to skimp. But this is now it. NIP, their back is to the wall, and Happy, he's already beating them up. He's got Alu down. Happy going to get caught out, though. Good flashes there for NIP to be able to return that frag and bring something back for themselves here.
Yeah, and he's going to give them the M4 as well, which is going to definitely help NIP. Exactly what they needed in this situation if they want to try and secure this round. But EnVyUs, they do seem like they are on point right now. They know exactly what's going on. And Smiths is going to walk straight through, and look at that, straight into Freiburg, but Freiburg gets the better of him. Shoxy on to Get Right. Shoxy gets 2. Kiyoshima's with the last 2 kills, and he locks it down at B. 16-11.
16-11, just dominant after that pause. Seems like whatever went through their minds there, that was what had to happen. They're happy probably with, you know, the Friday Night Lights speech, you know, just getting them all up and going. Like, now is the time that we have to step in. Double fist pump as well. I mean, there you go, man. They only give that out in special situations. Happy's not much of a fist pump guy. Actually, if you